Hello, Elise. How you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. I'd like to get started today, and we talked about this last time, with some treatment planning.
Okay.
I've seen you for 4 prior sessions, right? And I want to try to get the treatment plan at least started today.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
All right. So, tell me a little bit about what you think a goal might be that you want to set for your counseling time with me.
I would like very much so to start turning in my assignments on time.
Now, we talked about this before. This was something you were, what's the word you used, discouraged about?
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yes. I feel very discouraged when they're not in on time.
And how many assignments have you not turned in on time? Like, as a percentage, say.
Fortunately, a good 87% probably.
That's a very precise number, 87%. Have you been keeping track of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's something you're really attentive to.
I really am. I mean, it really discourages me.
All right, so you're aware of it precisely, and you know it discourages you.
Yes.
All right. So what would the goal be there?
To start turning in my assignments on time. All the time.
And what percentage would you like to turn on time?
I would like to aim for 100, but I'd settle for 95.
95%? Turn in on time, so only 5% not on time.
A little leeway.
Okay. So you want all or substantially all of your assignments to be turned in on time?
I really feel like that would just make me feel better and about school, about myself,
Mhm.
about...
All right. Do you want to make that one of your goals? To turn your assignments in on time?
Yes.
All right.
I think that'd be fine.
And that would help with feelings of being discouraged, which have been unpleasant for you.
Yes.
So think of a goal as what you want to get out of the counseling in general. So I think that's a good goal, right? That's something that would help you. And then I want to talk about something that contributes to the goals. We call them objectives,
Okay.
right? So objectives are tasks that we attempt to complete that we believe will contribute to the goal being met. So like steps to reach a goal.
Okay.
That kind of makes sense?
Yeah, I think it does.
And what's important about objectives is that they're specific and that we can measure them in some way. So I can know and you can know when you've actually completed an objective versus when you haven't.
Okay.
Or to what degree you've completed it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What do you think some objectives might be to help you reach your goal?
Well, my school has a writing center.
Mm-hmm.
And they offer tutoring there, and it's a really quiet place that, you know, it's just you and the studies. And I think that if I were to go there and, you know, be able to feel comfortable working on my assignments, then I would be able to start turning them in on time.
Okay, so the writing center is available to you. And you feel like if you could go there with your assignments in progress as you're working
Mhm.
on them, or before you start them or in progress?
I think, I mean, it depends on the assignment, honestly.
Okay. But you'll kind of know when you need to go.
Yes, and I want to take full opportunity of it, because there are some things that I just either don't understand or don't understand completely.
And they can help straighten some of that out for you.
Yeah.
Work with you on that. All right, so how often do you think you can get to the writing center?
I think about a good 3 days a week.
3 days a week you can get to the writing center? How many
Mhm.
assignments do you have due in any given week?
In any given week, probably about 2
Okay.
a week.
So three visits to the writing center should be sufficient to
Mhm.
address.
No, because they're very
Couple
difficult, and I don't want to spend, 3-4 hours in there my whole day.
Mhm.
But, kind of take chunks out of it, so I'm not so overwhelmed.
Good. Okay, so that'll be one of your objectives, is to try to get to the writing center 3 times a week. So that's the number we'll use. So that's how we'll measure it.
Okay.
We'll look for 3 visits a week. And what's the average, I don't know the rules for the writing center, but what's the average amount of time that you would spend there if you bring an assignment to them?
I'm not sure. I've never been.
Never been there? Okay. Let's assume maybe a half hour to 45 minutes.
Okay.
So, and find out and let me know if I'm wrong. So, but approximately you'll be going there 3 times a week for roughly a half hour to maybe 45 minutes.
Okay.
Is there anything they do that they ask of you like in advance to have ready, like specific questions or anything like that?
Specifically, what am I, not understanding? What do I need kind of comprehension on? What is the assignment I'm working on?
Mm-hmm.
So that way they can be prepared to help me. If I need a tutor or, if I need computer time. Just making sure that I have all the tools accessible to me.
All right. Good. So you like that as an objective?
I think it would help.
Is it one you think you can follow through with successfully?
I know it's possible. I know I physically can, and I want to say that I'm mentally prepared to start trying to tackle this.
Okay. Because in addition to being specific and measurable, it's worth mentioning that objectives need to be achievable. So if any time you feel like we're setting an objective that's just not realistic, let me know.
Okay.
But if you feel like you can get to the writing center 3 times a week, and that's realistic, we'll go with that.
Okay.
Is that good? All right. So that's one thing. I like to have a few objectives for each goal. Right? We have the one goal so far, which is turning in your assignments on time.
Okay.
And we have the one objective, which is getting to the writing center 3 times a week. Is there any other objectives you could think of? Think about what impedes you in terms of achieving your goal, or what facilitates you achieving it.
As much as I hate to admit, I kind of start the day before it's due a lot.
So if an assignment's due on a Wednesday,
I'll stay up till 5, 6 in the morning, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, trying to get it done because I just haven't done it. And I've known about this project or this assignment for usually weeks in advance.
so starting that late is resulting in not turning it in on time. You're not finishing.
No, 'cause I get tired. I mean, at 6 in the morning, I start getting tired. I don't want to do it anymore.
That seems reasonable. Yeah, anybody would be tired working that late into the night or that early into the morning. So what can you do that would help you get around that?
I want to start beginning my assignments,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's just beginning, outline something,
Sure.
at least a week early.
So if assignment's due on a Wednesday, the prior Wednesday, you want to get started.
That Wednesday it's just writing down my ideas or organizing it so I know what to do. Just something.
Okay. So that's specific, and that's something we can measure, the number of days that you, in advance of an assignment, you start working on it. Is this something you can achieve?
Again, I want to say yes. I do. I know I can. And I'm ready. I'm done feeling just like this about my assignments.
So you're motivated.
I think I'm at the end of my rope to the
Mhm.
point where I'm motivated.
Motivation comes in many forms. Okay. Being at the end of your rope is one of them. So you made me think of something here as you're talking about the number of days you start prior. And then you also mentioned how you work late into the night or early into the morning. Is there a specific time of the day that would be better for you to start these assignments?
I could definitely not stop. I stop starting them at like really late at night because sometimes I get home from work. I just want to eat and I want to lay down and I want to, watch TV, and then I don't start until 9, 10 at night.
So before you know it, it's late at night, assignments still due.
And it's not done.
So what would be, a lot of students have like good working hours in their schedule, like a certain time range where their house, their residence is distraction free, they have access to the items they need like a computer, Background noise is minimal. Do you have a time like that where?
Well, I get home from work at 5, and I do like to set aside time to, eat dinner. So I think between 5:30 and 8 are optimal, because then at 8 I go take a shower, I get ready for bed.
So one of the objectives could be, and then tell me if you like this or not, to try to confine the hours you work on assignments from roughly 6 to 8 or 5:30 to 8.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Is that achievable, or are there a lot of distractions that occur right after you finish eating?
There's really not a lot of distractions. It's, again, honestly, really just me being lazy.
You feel like it's laziness?
If I just eat, I get off work, I just want to watch TV.
You just want to relax. You worked all day. Yeah, that makes sense. But if you're going to put your assignments, your best opportunity is probably between.
I mean, I can definitely do better things than just sit on the couch and watch TV.
All right, so we have 3 good objectives. You like that objective?
I do. Thinking about it now, I really do. Especially if I start a week early. If I only worked, those few hours a night, it should be done in no time.
All right, so we'll make that the 3rd objective. Now, we've been talking about the feelings of discouragement over, like I said, the last 4 sessions or so, right? And we talked about the self-talk, the adaptive responses. When you get these thoughts, remember the thoughts you're having that you're never going to be able to.
I'm going to fail out of school. I'm not good enough anymore.
And we talked about the adaptive responses, and I gave you the homework, the thought record to work on that. So I'd like to, if it's okay with you, to make one of the objectives to continue to apply those adaptive responses when those automatic thoughts come in.
Okay.
Right, so we can kind of work to your goal at a few different levels. So we have some behavioral things we have in place, right? So that's working 5:30 to 8, starting earlier, and going to the writing center. Those are all behaviors. I'd like to have some cognitive, or at least one cognitive intervention in place.
Okay.
Does it seem like something you can do, or that you have done since we've been meeting?
The talking myself down that we've done when those things start coming in my head, they have made me feel better. It made me feel that, even though I feel bad, doesn't mean I can't not do it.
So used in conjunction with some of these behavioral ideas, you'd be okay with that objective being?
I would think as like that, that I can't do it anymore as much if I started getting a head start on things.
Well, because if you got a head start on things, those would be successes, right? And one of the thoughts you had is you wouldn't be successful, you'd be a failure, right? So you'd have some evidence to say, well, I'm successful, I'm following the objectives, and I'm meeting all of them or a percentage of them. So do you think that would help you?
I really do.
Oh, good. Okay. So we have 4 objectives there. So we have the one goal. We have 4 objectives. That is written out. I want to, if we can, I want to take a break, kind of get these into the system, get this typed out for you, and then maybe we can work on another goal and finish up the treatment plan for the day. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, sounds like a great plan.
Good. So we'll take a break now, and I'll catch up with you in just a few minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.